Yes. Hello everyone. In our last session, we discussed about few CSS properties. What is a box model? Similarly, what are the different here background properties and color properties? Similarly, we have seen certain box properties also. Okay, we have seen with the border yesterday. Different types of borders. I have shown you yesterday how to set them. Today we are going to look further into, say, font properties as well as text properties. Even text properties few we saw yesterday. But further we explore these properties when you develop the web pages. So at the time, as per the requirement, you can use them. Okay, as per requirement, we can use. Yesterday we saw background. You can set a background image and you can make the background image getting repeated and you can align in the center. So vertically or horizontally. So those we have seen yesterday. Okay, further we are going to look into other features like font properties, then text properties also we see. Further actually we try to look into in the list also certain properties you can use, those also we explore. But first of all, let us try to look into font properties. So font basically is used for defining font properties such as font family, then font size, font style, font variant, font weight. Okay, so we use the font family, then font style, font variant, font weight, font size. We can use these different types of properties as far as font is concerned. So with the help of font family, what type of font name we want to use, we can specify there. Similarly, we can go with font size. We can define, we can use some font size like small, xx small, x small, small, medium, large, x large, xx large, larger, then smaller, or you can specify the value or percent value also you can specify. Okay, so you can set a size for the font. A font size can be set with help of the font size property. Similarly, you can go with the font style. Font style may be normal or that can be say oblique, that is inclined. Okay, similarly it can be italic. You can use with the font style, font style property for setting the style of the font, that can be oblique or that can be normal or it can be italic. Okay, then one more property what we have is font variant. So you have actually font variant, one is normal, other one is small caps. Similarly, we have a font weight. With the help of font weight, we can use normal, bold, bolder, lighter, like 100, 200, 300, we can use. So these are going to be related to fonts. Font properties are like you can set a font size, you can specify a font family, then similarly we can set a font variant, other one is font weight. So like this you can use different types of properties with the font. Okay, different properties you can actually use with the font. See, whenever we look at the font family property with the font, we can set what font it has to use by displaying the text. Okay, you can have actually you can use two different things. One is family name, other one is actually generic family. We can use a family name, we can use a generic family name there. Okay, so we try to specify family name as well as generic family. If the specified family name is not supported, in such cases it can use the generic family. It can use generic family in such cases. We may set certain family name. Okay, so if the font is not available, you can use a generic family, generic font family name. So it is actually good practice to keep like that. You can keep that way a generic family name at the end. So we use font family followed by set of font names you can specify. Okay, it tries to pick the font name coming in the first. If that is not available, it looks for the next, like that it's going to be working. So you can set font family followed by name of the fonts. Similarly, one other thing is going to be font size. You can specify font size. Different sizes you can give. Okay, so different sizes you can give like large, XX large, X large, larger, large, medium, small. You can actually specify like that. Even in percentage also you can be specifying it. You can specify even in percentages. Okay, so you can specify even the percentages for that. That's going to be font size. Similarly, font style, as I was saying, can be normal, can be inclined one, it can be italic. And font variant can be here a normal or it can be small caps. And in the case of font weight, it's going to be lighter, normal, 100 up to 900 you can take, bold, bolder also you can take. These are going to be different properties we can use with the font. These are going to be different values for the fonts. Okay. Okay, let me define now here certain properties with the fonts. I want to use within the paragraph here certain fonts, font styles would like to use here. So first of all, font family try to use in this. Font followed by family. Here I use like Arial. Similarly, I can use Andalus. Similarly, I can use here Courier. I am going to use Courier New. Okay, I am going to use here Courier New. Like this, a generic font at the end I am adding here. A generic font I am going to add at the end. Arial, Andalus and Courier New at the end I am adding Courier New. Courier font is actually monospaced, whereas the other fonts are proportional fonts. They are going to be proportional sized fonts. Whereas Courier is actually monospaced. Fonts can be monospaced or they can be proportional. Depending on the character, it's going to use space in the case of proportional. But in the monospaced, all characters they take equal space. They are going to be using equal space. Okay. Similarly, we can go with font variant, either normal or small caps. See, whenever you take actually the small caps, okay, your text may be containing both uppercase as well as lowercase letters. So in such cases, if you use small caps, what happens here is your uppercase characters are going to be slightly larger than the lowercase alphabets. Okay, they look little bigger than the lowercase alphabets. So we use like that small caps. We can use actually small caps there. Font variant, it can be normal or it can be small caps. So font here variant we use, and try to set this as small caps. You set this way. Now just try to use this HTML text.text HTML here. Let us render this, how the paragraphs are going to be looking. See now. Now we have here certain elements in the paragraph. How this looks, see. Okay, suppose you keep it normal, how that's going to look? Let us see once again. Whenever we actually, whenever we use, and here, or we transform everything into uppercase, let us see. Or we transforming everything into uppercase, let us see here. So text decoration line through, text transform uppercase we have. Due to that, clearly we can't understand the effect of that. Now here, just display this. See, uppercase and lowercase alphabets, when you look there, how they are different here. See, the T is looking bigger, whereas HE are looking here little bit smaller. You can see there. Okay, so they are looking like that. Let me turn off here the feature like line through. Even this also I comment. I can comment here this one. So when I comment, how now they are going to be looking, let us see. Once again I show in the browser. This time you look at the capital letters, they are looking bigger than the lowercase alphabets, but everything is getting converted to here capital letters. Everything is getting converted to capital letter. So but these were in the lowercase, but whenever we show here, we convert into uppercase. Once again look at the CSS, then try to, in the transformation it's getting actually converted to uppercase. So it's getting converted to uppercase for us. Let us see here in this. Here the event was much bigger than is written here. Okay, whenever for the paragraph we apply it, for paragraph what style is used here, color yellow green, text transform uppercase, everything is getting converted to uppercase here. Now once again let me show you this. Everything is getting converted to here uppercase. Reason, it's using catching. Now same I open with the Explorer. How this looks, let me show you. I don't want to make this as a default browser. Okay, now here in the address bar I type the link. Type the link in the address bar. After that I just press enter key here. Okay, now how this looks, see. Even here also it's getting transformed, everything is getting converted to uppercase in this. Here it's getting converted to uppercase. What's the reason? Let me see. I just otherwise stop this one here, exit, I close the I close that internet information server. Once again I just want to display this. For paragraph, if you look at the CSS styles here, what is happening here, it is converting everything into uppercase. It's converting into uppercase here because we were using some time back this particular property. This property we were using some time back. Now come to Chrome and launch Chrome once and whatever catchy you had, let us clear it. So go to this, then try to remove everything. Go to settings, from settings I clear everything. So if anything is catched, that I would like to remove totally. So clear browsing data. Now I clear all the browsing data. So as far as font families are concerned, there are certain generic font families like Courier, Western, then JAPF, Sans Serif, similarly sans serif, that's going to be working with Helvetic or Arial, similarly serif is Times. Okay, so these are going to be generic ones. So text transformation uppercase, I am just I have commented this, even line through also I have commented. It is taking a little time to clear, so once it is cleared, okay, so now this is cleared actually. You can see one more thing, in the Courier name there is a space, because this is using here two words for the Courier name. There is a space between the Courier and new. This is only one name actually, but between these two words you have a space, therefore you need to specify that in single quotes. We specify this in the single quotes. Now let me show you once again this. Now when I try to show this, it's using actually everything is getting converted to, now here this one into once again uppercase only. So everything is getting converted to uppercase, but here if you look at this, the very first alphabet is coming with little bigger size when compared with the last one. So therefore what I do, once again I try to build it. I build solution. After building solution, then I render this. Okay, this time I would like to once again show this in the browser. Though I do it, it's not getting transformed properly. Why it is using like this? Any properties are they getting applied automatically? Let me see. Let me see here. So paragraph for this we are using this uppercase transform. But when we come into HTML text.html, here are we overriding any styles? Let us see, nowhere we are overriding anything. So therefore it should not be doing like that. This is what exactly CSS style.css, though we have overridden this, still it is taking same effect. If you look at the paragraph, here it should come with yellow green. Similarly, it should take uppercase and line through. They should not be working because I commented them. I totally remove from this. I am going to remove this totally from this. After that, let us see this one. Now let us try to see with that. Background color we have taken, for paragraph color is yellow green. Let me put this into some blue. Whether that is working or not, let us see. Now I change it to blue. Then in such cases other things also must be coming up. Okay, now here go to the design and see. It's coming with blue color, but everything is getting converted to, for us, uppercase. Though we have lowercase text, still it is shown in the uppercase. Instead of using actually small caps, therefore what we use here, try to use in this normal only we use. We try to show here this with the normal. We put this one as normal, then followed by here once again coming to HTML form, but this time it's looking in the proper way. Okay, view in browser, it's looking normally, but when you apply here small caps, come into small caps here, whenever we specify here small caps, okay, here when we are using small caps, everything is getting displayed in uppercase letters, but you have uppercase alphabet as well as lowercase alphabet. Whatever lowercase are there, they are also shown as capital letters but in the smaller size, whereas uppercase alphabets, they are going to be shown with their original sizes. Now once again see here how this one is going to be looking. So the very first alphabet is looking little bigger, and PA also, this was in the capital letters, it's looking bigger. Other things are shown like capital letters only, but with smaller size they are looking. So this is one small caps you can use. Using small caps you can display this way here. Okay, we are using here small caps. With the help of that, everything is getting displayed in the capital letters, but whatever lowercase alphabets you had, they are going to be shown with smaller size when compared with the original uppercase alphabets. Like this here we use the, like this we are going to use this particular say small caps. To use small caps this way here. Okay. Similarly, the font styles can be inclined, or they can be italic, they can be normal. I want to show them in the italicized manner. I would like to show them in the italicized manner. Here, coming to the properties here, then specify here font style. Like to use here font style here. We use font style, then followed by here we can use these attributes. The values can be italic or that can be oblique. Okay, italic and oblique we use. Now they are looking like italicized ones. They are looking like actually italicized ones. Suppose you make this one as oblique. What effect we have seen? Okay, this is going to be oblique, and how this one is going to be looking, let us see. It is also like actually italicized, but these are actually inclined more towards, so it is more, you have more angle as far as this particular font size is concerned. Okay, so this can be oblique or it can be normal, or we can use even italic. Oblique is slightly slanted when compared with the italic. So these time as per the requirement you can use. So as far as variant is concerned, we can use normal or we can use small cap. Similarly, font weight. If you want to look font bolder, in such cases you use bold, bolder, then 100, 200, 300, like the different values you can give. With that you can make actually them bolder. Similarly, we have a font size. Okay, font size you can have there, and sometimes what happens, you want to have certain space between the text. You can be specifying certain space between the text. For that we require actually text spacing. Okay, now I want to put here more and more space between the text. That is related to text properties, not with the font. So come to the text here. So here I try to specify text spacing. So text, okay, 1 minute, font, we don't have. We need to use actually certain spacing between the letters. We put here letter spacing, sorry. Using letter spacing, you can set the spaces. So we use something like here 10 px. 10 pixels we try to use between the alphabets, between the letters. I want to use here 10 pixels. Now just I render this one. You find actually space between the alphabets here. Between the alphabets you have space. Like this you can use actually letter spacing. All these are related to text. So these are going to be styles you can use with the HTML content here. With the content you can be using all these styles. We have seen something related to border, then similarly related to the text we have seen with the fonts, okay. Then similarly say line height kind of thing, you can use background and color properties we have seen, okay. So as far as text is concerned, you can put a line spacing for the text. Similarly text decoration you can use like overline, underline, line through, blink, such things you can use. Now one more thing I can show you related to text style here. This text should be blinking, whether it blinks or not, see here. Text followed by here we use actually text, here it is. I want to make it blinking, it's called as here decoration. I want to use some text decoration, then here in this I use blink. Blink is not available in this, okay. So text decoration, when you look at that may blink sometimes, but here the blink is not available, okay. Value we use here. So with this what will happen, let us see. Now come into HTML here. Let us try to put a value called as blink in this. Using blink, how it's going to work for us, see. Blink we use. Now whether this is supported or not, let us see in that text decoration. Blink we are using. Blink is not the supported one because we are using here CSS 3.0. Since we are using here CSS 3.0 validation, this is not going to be working for us. So blink is actually removed from that. You cannot use the blink in that. Okay. So then how to blink in the CSS3? See. So let us try to use some animation for this. Instead of using blink this time, text decoration should be made as normal. And here let us use some animation. Text decoration in this, here followed by, okay, we come with the overline. We are going to make it overline. Then here animation we use. Animation followed by here we try to show in this. We are going to use animation here. So as far as animation is concerned, here we write it as animation. So this is going to be, we don't have anything. So here step start we use, followed by here how much seconds we give, then this is going to be 1 second. I put here, followed by it is going to be here infinite I use. So with this, how the text is going to be animating, see in this.